Welcome to Shop Strategy, the deep dive that helps you cut through the noise and get straight to what matters for your business. For so many Shopify merchants, the challenges are just, well, they're familiar, aren't they? Low conversion rates, carts getting abandoned all the time, and just the sheer cost of finding new customers keeps going up. But what if the answer wasn't about spending more? What if it was about tapping into this gold mine of data you probably already have, data just waiting to transform your sales? This deep dive is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you run smart discount campaigns on your store, and you can test it for free on your Shopify store. Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into something I think is really powerful for your Shopify store. Integrating social media analytics directly with your sales strategy. It's moved way, way beyond just, getting likes. It's about turning those social interactions, the scrolls, the shares, the comments into actual tangible sales. Our mission today is to show you why a staggering 97% of merchants seem to recognize social media's importance, yet only a tiny fraction, like 23%, are effectively integrating analytics into their real business decisions. We want to show you how to bridge that gap for your store.
Exactly. And we'll really try to connect the dots between all that social activity and your actual bottom line. Because it's not just about what metrics to measure, but truly understanding why they matter and, crucially, how to act on those insights to drive real, measurable e-commerce growth.
Yeah, it's so clear social media has fundamentally reshaped the whole e-commerce landscape. It's definitely not just a place for connecting with friends anymore. For businesses, it's really evolved, hasn't it, into this sophisticated, dynamic sales channel.
That's absolutely right. And the statistics, well, they're pretty undeniable. Something like 76% of consumers have done products they first discovered at social media. And for brands that have a strong, active social presence, we see something like 32% higher customer retention rates. What's fascinating here is just the speed of it all, the impact. One study found 62% of shoppers made a purchase within 24 hours of seeing a product on social, often just from a quick Instagram story or maybe a compelling TikTok video. That's, immediate awareness and desire turning directly into action. It's quite something, but it goes deeper than that. Think about the incredible power of social proof. User-generated content, UGC we call it.
Right, when customers post about your stuff.
Exactly. That delivers an astounding 4.5 times higher conversion rate compared to content your brand creates. Why? Because, 92% of consumers trust recommendations from peers, from other people, far more than anything a brand says about itself. And beyond just those immediate sales, social media builds genuine communities around your brand. We see brands with active social communities reporting 33% higher customer lifetime values.
Yeah.
It's really about cultivating that loyalty, turning customers into advocates, not just one-off buyers.
And here's where it gets really interesting, especially thinking about 2025. The whole social commerce landscape has just evolved dramatically. It's about these deeply integrated shopping experiences now, right? Not just clicking a link that takes you off the platform to your store.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest. They now offer these dedicated shop interfaces right inside the app. So users can discover, they can evaluate, they can even complete a purchase without ever leaving their social feed.
Yeah.
This creates a really powerful expectation, a frictionless journey. And if you force consumers to jump between too many platforms, well, a massive 73% will just abandon their shopping journey altogether.
Wow, 73%.
Yeah. But the good news, for Shopify merchants anyway, is that the Shopify App Store is just packed with solutions. Tools that let you seamlessly integrate your store with these powerful social platforms, keeping that journey really smooth.
Okay, so we've heard the compelling data on social media's influence. It's huge. But for a Shopify merchant who's already juggling like a million things, spending time digging into analytics might feel like just another chore on the list. Is it really non-negotiable now? Or can they still kind of get by on gut instinct?
Well, I'd say it's definitely non-negotiable if you're serious about growth. The revenue impact alone is pretty significant. Shopify stores that are actively using social media analytics, they see, on average, 1.6 times higher revenue growth. And this isn't just theory. It translates directly into a better ROI on your marketing spend. We've seen merchants using advanced analytics report reducing their customer acquisition costs by up to 25%. Think about it like this. I know of one Shopify Plus merchant, for example, who realized that while their Instagram account got twice the impressions as their Pinterest, Pinterest actually delivered 3 times more purchase-ready traffic to their store, people ready to buy. So just by adjusting their strategy based on that single insight, they saw a 42% overall increase in their conversion rate. That's real money.
That example really hits home. 42% is huge. Beyond that immediate revenue bump, though, what other strategic competitive advantages do these analytics really give you?
Yeah, it really raises an important point about how you navigate such a dynamic market, doesn't it? Data-driven decision-making, fundamentally, it just reduces your risk, and it significantly increases your agility, your ability to pivot. Imagine you're in fashion or maybe home decor. A trend can just explode and vanish in weeks, right? Without real-time social data, you're always playing catch-up. You're ordering stock based on, last season's gut feeling. But with analytics, you might spot a micro-trend like, say, coastal grandmother aesthetics emerging on TikTok today, not when it hits the mainstream magazines.
Getting ahead of the curve.
Exactly. That gives you maybe a 3-month head start to adjust your inventory, maybe design new pieces, launch a specific campaign around it. That's not just agility. That's a direct competitive advantage that translates into sales, not dead stock sitting in a warehouse. Plus, these audience insights, they fuel smarter product development. If your Instagram engagement data shows a particular color or style is suddenly taking off,
You lean into it.
you prioritize it. In your next manufacturing run, increasing sell-through. And finally, analytics let you do targeted marketing that feels genuinely personalized, that builds trust and loyalty, rather than just blasting generic promos at everyone.
That focus on targeting, on personalization, and really optimizing marketing spend, that's incredibly important, especially when we think about knowing exactly who your audience is and what truly drives their purchase intent, which actually is precisely what our sponsor Growth Suite specializes in with their smart discount campaigns. It brings us perfectly to a critical question. What metrics actually matter? There's so much data out there. So not all social media metrics are created equal, right? As a Shopify merchant, what should you be focusing on beyond just those, vanity metrics like follower counts or likes?
Yeah, it's crucial to distinguish. For engagement metrics, sure, likes, comments, shares, they're important indicators. But pay special attention to comments. They offer invaluable qualitative feedback. They tell you why people are engaging, what they're thinking. But the real bridge, the connection between social interest and actual purchase intent, that's your click-through rate, your CTR. It shows you how many people actually clicked from your social post directly over to your Shopify store. That's a key step. And then, of course, ultimately, conversion rates. The percentage of those social media visitors who completed desired action, making a purchase, signing up, whatever, on your store. And you really should track these across different content types. See what truly resonates and drives action. Is it videos? Is it carousels? You need to know. Then we move to what I call revenue attribution metrics. These directly connect social activities to your bottom line. Return on ad spend, or ROAS, is absolutely key. For every dollar you spend on social ads, how much revenue do you generate back?
Or like the classic ROI question for ads.
Exactly. And a healthy ROAS generally typically starts around 4.1, so $4 back for every $1 spent. Also, you need to rigorously track your customer acquisition cost, or CAC. Understand precisely how much it costs you to acquire one new customer through each specific social channel. Is TikTok cheaper than Facebook for you, or vice versa? And finally, make sure your social media-driven sales are accurately tracked. You can use UTM parameters, those little tags you add to links,
Yep, seen those.
or by using specific discount codes that you only share on certain platforms. This gives you a really clear picture of direct revenue generated from social.
And different platforms offer unique data points, right? What are the specific analytics things to consider for, say, meta platforms like Facebook and Instagram compared to newer ones like TikTok?
Yeah, good question. With meta platforms, Facebook and Instagram, you get incredibly detailed data. Shop insights, product tagging, performance, deep audience demographics, behavior patterns, really granular ad performance indicators. A pro tip here. Use Facebook's custom conversions feature. This lets you track very specific actions on your Shopify store. Things like add to cart or initiate checkout, not just purchases. This gives you much more accurate attribution and helps optimize your ads better. Now, for TikTok and other emerging sort of video-first platforms, the focus shifts slightly. It's more about engagement patterns specific to video content. So you're looking closely at things like video completion rates, how many people watch the whole thing, shares, comments, average watch time. The distribution on the For You page and how long people watch your videos are particularly important for understanding content effectiveness, just because of how TikTok's algorithm prioritizes those factors to push content further.
Okay, so the real magic, the thing that makes all this truly powerful, seems to happen when you connect this social media data directly back to your Shopify store's performance. How do we actually achieve that complete view of the customer journey?
Right. This is where customer journey mapping comes in. It sounds complex, but it's basically about identifying all the touch points. From that initial discovery on social media right through to the final purchase. Did they first see an Instagram story, then maybe watch a TikTok tutorial, and then finally purchase after seeing a retargeting ad on Facebook days later? This involves understanding attribution models. Think of it like giving credit where credit is due.
Yeah, who gets the credit for the sale?
Exactly. Is it just the last thing they click before buying? That's last click, attribution. Or do we try to attribute parts of the sale to all the touch points they had along the way? More sophisticated models help you understand the whole journey, not just the finish line. So you know what's truly driving sales, not just what closed them. You can then analyze that cross-platform behavior. See if, for instance, Instagram is great for initial awareness, but maybe Facebook provides the social proof or the retargeting nudge that actually closes the deal. What's also really fascinating is how these social analytics can dramatically impact your inventory and your product insights. You can monitor social engagement trends to actually predict stock requirements. Let's say a product demonstration video suddenly gains viral traction on TikTok. You see the views, the shares skyrocketing.
You know demand is coming.
Precisely. You can immediately adjust your inventory, maybe place a rush order to meet those expected demand spikes, preventing stockouts, and really capitalizing on that momentum. Social engagement often predicts sales performance, helping identify popular products sometimes even before they hit peak demand and sales data. And you can even use social listening for seasonal planning. Remember that homeware brand we mentioned? They used social listening to spot the coastal grandmother aesthetic trend 3 months before it went mainstream.
That's a huge advantage.
It is. It allowed them to adjust their collection, order the right materials, and be fully ready when the trend exploded, rather than scrambling to catch up later.
Okay, so we've clearly established the why this is crucial, and the what metrics to track. Now, the big practical question for Shopify store owners is, how do we actually do this integration? What are the real options out there, from, basic stuff to maybe more enterprise level solutions?
Well, the good news is, Shopify itself provides some excellent native social media integration options right out of the box. The simplest is often just through your Shopify theme editor. You can easily add social media icons and links directly to your storefront. Pretty straightforward. For a deeper integration, Shopify's own social sales channel is quite powerful. It offers seamless product synchronization with platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube.
Oh, wow, quite a few.
Yeah. It means your products are listed directly on those social shops, making it easy for people to buy right there. And it offers basic analytics on how those products perform on those platforms. Now, for merchants needing more advanced insights, there are tons of third-party analytics apps available in the Shopify App Store. You've got platform-specific apps like the official Meta app for managing Facebook and Instagram shops, or the TikTok for Business app. These give you deeper insights within those specific ecosystems. Then you have multi-platform analytics solutions, tools like Hootsuite, Buffer, Sprout Social, maybe Social Bakers. These consolidate data across various channels, helping you compare performance in one sort of unified dashboard, which is really handy. And then there are even more specialized apps. Things like Social Widget for creating shoppable feeds directly from your Instagram, or maybe Growway for integrating loyalty programs and user-generated content collection. Lots of options. And then for the larger brands, maybe Shopify Plus merchants, you get into enterprise-level integration solutions. These offer the most flexibility and power. This might involve custom API integrations. That usually requires developers and maybe setting up data warehouses like Google BigQuery to centralize all your data for really tailored analysis and automation. Alternatively, there are business intelligence platforms, think Power BI, Tableau, Looker, Domo. These allow for creating custom dashboards and really advanced visualizations, often without needing to build absolutely everything from scratch. These are really for when you need that truly comprehensive custom view of your entire business performance, connecting social data with everything else.
This whole conversation about maximizing sales through these smart integrations, it flows so perfectly into talking about our sponsor, Growth Suite, again. They're designed specifically, as you know, to increase conversion rates and sales by meticulously tracking visitor behavior and predicting purchase intent. And this is exactly where those personalized, time-limited discount offers really shine, isn't it? It's about providing the right incentive at the perfect moment, rather than just, blasting discount codes everywhere and potentially eroding your brand value and margins.
Exactly right. Growth Suite's core philosophy, as I understand it, is really about creating genuine urgency, incentivizing those immediate purchase decisions, but crucially, without devaluing the brand overall. Their dynamic, unique discount code management is really key to this. Think of it like a digital golden ticket, maybe.
Yeah, I like that.
Instead of a generic Savvy 10 code that anyone can find and share, Growth Suite generates a unique code for each specific hesitant buyer. It sets a precise expiry, maybe just 15 minutes, maybe an hour, and then poof, it vanishes. This creates real, genuine urgency and stops those discounts from being abused or, importantly, cutting into your profits on sales from customers who are already committed to buying anyway. And that high-fidelity countdown timer they use, the one that's consistent across all interactions, that powerfully reinforces that sense of now or never.
And they even offer.
That's a really great question. And it ties directly back to that customer journey, mapping and finding opportunities to optimize customer lifetime value. By presenting a one-time exclusive offer immediately after a successful purchase, Growth Suite leverages that moment of high purchase intent. They strike when the customer is arguably most receptive, and their intelligent product selection, whether the merchant sets it manually or uses an algorithm based on performance data, ensures the upsell offer is highly relevant to what the customer just bought.
So it feels like a smart suggestion.
Exactly. It feels like a helpful recommendation. Hey, people who bought X also love Y, rather than just a random product push. And crucially, it's all done with one-click acceptance. It uses the original payment details, which radically reduces friction. No need to enter card details again. It's smart, it's data-informed timing, and it's easy for the customer.
Okay, so with all these tools, all these insights available, how does a merchant actually take all this information and build a practical strategy? How do they leverage this data for real, measurable business growth?
Right, the practical steps. It absolutely has to start with setting clear objectives and defining your key performance indicators, your KPIs. First, define specific business goals. What are you actually trying to achieve? Increase brand visibility, drive demand for a specific product, boost website traffic, build customer loyalty, be specific. Then, for each goal, select maybe 3 to 5 primary metrics you'll track. Create benchmarks based on where you are now, and set realistic, achievable targets. For instance, a target might be achieve 25% growth in Instagram comment volume within the next 3 months, or reduce customer acquisition costs from TikTok by 15% this quarter. They need to be measurable and actionable. Next step, I'd say, is conduct a thorough social media audit. Systematically review your existing social presence across all platforms. Analyze your current engagement and conversion patterns, what's working now, what isn't, and importantly, do some competitive analysis.
Be what the competition's up to.
Exactly. Benchmark yourself against industry standards, see what your competitors are doing well, maybe where they're weak, and identify those untapped market opportunities for your brand. Finally, based on all that, select the right analytics tools for your needs, considering your business size, your budget, technical capabilities, and which platforms matter most to you. And then develop a phased implementation roadmap, sort of crawl, walk, run approach. Don't try to boil the ocean. Start small, learn from the data, and then scale up your efforts.
Okay, so once we have the data flowing in, maybe through some of those tools, how do we actually use it day to day to talk to our customers more effectively and optimize our operations?
Well, we use that social data to build incredibly detailed customer personas, going way beyond basic demographics like age and location. We start understanding their behavioral patterns, their interests, their platform preferences. Where do they hang out online? What kind of content do they engage with? This allows for hyper-targeted campaigns. Customized messaging that really speaks to specific segments. Platform-specific strategies. You don't talk the same way on TikTok as you do on LinkedIn, right?
Definitely not.
And crucial A/B testing. Detecting different messages, different images, different calls to action. You can even create segment-specific landing pages on your Shopify store that resonate really deeply with the audience clicking through from a particular social ad. This data also feeds directly into better product and inventory management. Like we discussed, leveraging social signals for trend identification and demand forecasting. Monitoring those engagement spikes to anticipate which products are about to take off. And of course, customer feedback gleaned from social channels becomes this absolute goldmine for product development insights. What features are they asking for? What problems are they having? And critically, it helps you optimize your content strategy itself. You can systematically analyze your top-performing content across all channels. Understand exactly what works best, when it works best time of day, day of week, and where works best which platform for which type of content. This informs your content calendar, helps you plan platform-specific content much more effectively, and ensures your social content integrates seamlessly with your broader marketing initiatives, email, SEO, everything for truly cohesive campaigns.
It's really clear the Shopify merchants as a group face this sort of conversion crisis, isn't it? With average conversion rates hovering around a pretty meager 1.3, 1.4%. That's significantly below the generally accepted industry standard of maybe 2.5% to 4%. And that staggering 70% cart abandonment rate we hear about, that represents something like $260 billion in potentially recoverable sales every year. It's just massive. And this is where a tool like Growth Suite really comes in, directly addressing this by identifying those hesitant buyers and giving them a nudge, an incentive. Their focus on strategic discount optimization, specifically to protect profit margins by not offering discounts to people who are going to buy anyway, those dedicated buyers. That seems absolutely key here.
Absolutely. Growth Suite's ability to differentiate between those dedicated buyers who are definitely going to purchase and the hesitant browsers who are on the fence. That allows for incredibly precise targeting. It means discounts are used strategically, like a scalpel, not a sledgehammer. They're used to convert those who might otherwise leave, rather than just giving away margin on sales you are already going to get. This aligns perfectly with optimizing for ROI and reducing those customer acquisition costs by really maximizing the value you get from your existing website traffic. It's all about smart, measurable growth that protects your brand equity and, importantly, your bottom line.
Wow. This deep dive has truly highlighted the just critical role social media plays in e-commerce today
Right.
and how absolutely vital analytics are for turning all that engagement into actual measurable sales. We've talked about key metrics, the different integration options from native Shopify features, all the way up to enterprise-level BI tools. And importantly, how to strategically leverage these insights for pretty much everything from audience targeting and content creation right through to inventory management.
Yeah, I think the core takeaway is really clear. A data-driven approach, actually moving beyond intuition and guesswork, it's just not a luxury anymore. It's a fundamental necessity for any Shopify merchant who wants to seriously thrive in today's competitive landscape, especially with customer acquisition costs constantly rising and that huge, persistent challenge of cart abandonment. You need every edge you can get.
So as you listening, think about your own Shopify store. Maybe consider this. What single piece of social media data, if you could track it perfectly right now, would most transform your very next marketing decision? Something to chew on. This deep dive into integrating social media analytics with your Shopify store has been incredibly insightful. It really underscores the power of truly understanding your customer's journey from start to finish. Our deep dive today, Shop Strategy, was powered by Growth Suite.
And Growth Suite, as we've touched on, is designed specifically for Shopify merchants who really want to significantly increase their conversion rates and sales. It offers some really unique and beneficial features like that AI-powered purchase intent prediction, the dynamic time-limited offers that protect your brand's value, those frictionless one-click post-purchase upsell funnels we talked about, and comprehensive real-time analytics reports that help you map your entire sales funnel. It's really all about enabling smart strategic growth without needing, extensive technical expertise to get started.
It's definitely worth exploring how Growth Suite's intelligent approach to discounts and its deep insights can help turn more of your browsers into buyers. You can test it for free on your Shopify store. Find out more on their website. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.